Hello everyone and welcome to the yoga series with me, Gemma. Today we are on class 3 of the yoga class series, and this is going to be a bank of yoga classes that you can take daily. You may wish to take these weekly, but they're yours. They're all yours to access if you just hit that subscribe. So with that said, if this is something you fancy today, a nice fluid flow, breath to movement, go and hop into something comfortable to wear, roll out your mat, and I'll be waiting over here. So let us begin today's practice standing at the top of our yoga mats, looking down at both feet, spreading the toes and settling the feet down in towards the earth. So really spread out through both of those feet and allowing the arms just to rest alongside the body, standing up nice and tall. And then let's just wake up the feet and lift those heels as high as you can, drawing the belly button back towards the spine. And then let's drop the heels down. A little more trickier. Let's see if you can lift the soles of the feet and then roll back down. It's like yoga for the brain. Lift the heels, lower the heels down. Now, rather than lift the soles of the feet this time, let's just lift the toes. So lifting all of your toes. 10 toes are lifted all the way off the mat. Release the toes down, and one last time, let's stretch the toes and lift the heels all the way up. And relax the heels down. Bending the knees, begin to take an inhale and just raise those arms all the way up. And then exhale, release. Bend the knees, inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, release. And then one more time, bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, release. Wonderful. Begin to lift the shoulders all the way up towards the ears and roll the shoulders down the back. And we'll just do that a few more times. Lifting the shoulders up and rolling the shoulders back behind us. And again, one last time, lift them up and roll them back. Okay, let's reverse that. So let's go forward now. Lift the shoulders up and then bring them forward. Again, more yoga for the brain. And release. Begin to sweep those arms all the way up towards the sky. And let's take the left hand on top of the right wrist. And then we're going to cross the right foot behind us. And let's tip it out to the left. So really stick your right hip out, lengthening through the side body. And we can switch that over, change the grip. The opposite foot hooks behind, and we stick and point that left hip out to the side. And let's release. Begin to cactus those arms back behind you, squeezing the shoulder blades and reaching the chest forward. And soft arms. Let's bend the knees. Inhale, raise the arms. And then exhale with bent knees. Let's take a forward fold. Placing the belly on top of the thighs. Let the head hang heavy. Decompress into the lower back. And from here we can sway from side to side. We can nod the head, shake the head. And then placing those hands down and taking it all the way back into a downward facing dog. So really stretching into the back of the legs. driving those armpits towards the knees. And let's begin to pedal. One of my favourite things to do in downward facing dog is to really pedal out those heels, stretching the back of the calves and into the Achilles tendons. And then begin to slowly draw the knees back down towards the earth. Wonderful. Keeping the toes curled under. Let's inhale, drop the belly, slightly lift the gaze. And then exhale round. Into that cat stretch as we push the floor away. Inhale. And then exhale the breath as we round it off. And again, let's inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, point the tailbone up, and then exhale as we round. Push the floor, dome through the upper back, and release. Keeping those toes curled under, we will continue stretching into the toes and into the feet. So just start to begin to walk those hands all the way up the thighs. Maybe take a little look back. Can you curl your toes any more? Maybe just tuck the little toe under. And then slowly you can begin to sink the bottom towards your heels. For those that are new to my channel, a little insight into my left knee. I have had knee reconstruction, so bringing bottom to heels isn't quite there for me just yet, but you can have a play around with really sitting your bottom onto your heels. But this is all that is available within my bag of tools today. So always again moving mindfully with your own injuries and your limitations. And then release, well done. And then finding that tabletop pose. Maybe just tapping the backs of the feet. Finding downward facing dog. Send it all the way back. Have a little pedal out. And then we're going to take those feet out wide into a mat width position. Heels facing back, toes facing forward. And then walking the hands back towards the feet and taking a mat width fold. Hands can be resting somewhat around the legs or the tops of the feet. Or if you can reach the mat, you can place the hands to the mat. And again, we can add in that fluidity that I encourage in all of my classes. Some gentle movement to explore the stretch and the sensations. And then taking the right hand underneath the face or onto a brick if that is handy for you. And then bringing the left hand towards the waist and gazing up. And let's release that, switch over. Let's take that twist. And we will release. Option to take the hands behind the ankles, flare the elbows out to the side, and bring the body closer towards the thighs if it's there. And then heel, toe the feet a little closer together, walking the hands forward, and find that downward facing dog again. Pedal out. And from here we're going to step the right foot into the center of the mat and kick the left leg back behind you, bringing the heel in towards the bottom, point the toes, and let's begin to trace circles with our knee. So just take note on which direction you are using here, because now you've guessed it, we're going to reverse. And then kick that left leg back, big stretch back, flex the back foot, and then drop that foot down. Let's repeat that the other side. Step the left foot into the center of the mat, kick the right leg back, point the toes, bring the heel into the bottom, and off we go. Let's trace circles. And let's take that around the other way. Keep pushing the floor away, activate that strength in your arms and your legs. And let's land it down nice and soft. Downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking forward. Jump, step or float to the top of the mat. Let's inhale as we lift up into a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees as we inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the sky. And then bringing the hands all the way down to the heart center. And you can probably see my dog through the window. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale. Bend the knees as we fold. Inhale as we lift up into a halfway lift. Exhale back for your chaturanga. So taking a variation that suits you. Hey dog. And then exhale back. Downward dog. Let's go again, bend the knees, look forward, jump, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you collect that energy all the way above the crown of the head. And exhale, waterfall it down. Inhale, lift up half. And take that back into your own variation of chaturanga. Inhale, roll through up dog or cobra. And exhale it back. Downward facing dog. From here we're going to step the feet out wide. Again, taking that wide stance. Walk the hands back a little, and let's take a twist. Right hand to the back of that left leg, whether it's the back of the knee, the calf, the ankle. Find somewhere to land that hand. And let's repeat the other side. Let's twist. And then all the way back to center, downward facing dog. And very slowly begin to land those knees back down towards the earth. keeping the toes curled under. Let's inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, push the floor and let's round. Inhale as we drop the belly, we lift the gaze. And we exhale, round. And one last time. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round. Bringing the spine all the way into neutral, keeping those toes curled under, and we fly the bottom, stretch the toes up towards the earth. And we can pedal. So bending the knees, looking forward, jump, step or float to the top. Inhale as we lift up halfway. Exhale as we into fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, stack the spine, press the hands. Exhale, all the way again, forward fold. Inhale, let's lift up halfway. Jump, step or float it back for chaturanga. Lowering all the way down. Inhaling over the toes. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog. So we're now downward facing dog. We're going to try a little balance. It may be for you, it may be not. So just maybe just like, have a little go, see how far you get. Or you can hang out here in down dog, or you can take a child's pose. So off we go with the balance. Let's take the left leg back. Really draw that right heel down as much as we can. Press into the left hand and sweep the right arm back. The gaze is into the center of the mat. Well done, everybody, and release. We've got to do that other side. So when you're ready, really draw that right heel down. No, wrong one. Really draw the left heel down. Keep drawing that left heel down. And then we're going to take the left arm back. Let's hold. Keep squeezing everything together. Nice tight core. And release with control. Well done. Pedal out. Bend the knees, look forward, jump, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms. And exhale this time, hands all the way down to the heart center. So let's take tree pose. And we're going to step into the right foot. So I'm going to go right side first. Placing the hands together. And this left foot can land anywhere to the inside of the leg. Whether it's groin or below the knee or ankle. You find where you want to place that foot today. Now a little arm variation for today's practice. We're going to bring those arms behind our back, and if you can catch the elbows, you can take hold of the elbows. And we'll hold there. Finding your gaze point that is slightly out in front. Standing up tall. And then releasing the foot from the inner thigh, keeping the hands behind the back. Let's hover that knee up. Further still, let's take the left leg back. Find a high lunge with the arms still tucked behind the back. Well done. Controlling that movement. Releasing those arms and scooping those arms now underneath that front thigh. Framing that front foot. Taking that right leg all the way back, three-legged dog. And when you are ready, let's dive it down, chaturanga. Inhale, roll through up dog or cobra. And exhale those hips back into that downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking forward, jump, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, let's lift it up, halfway lift. Exhale, down the legs, forward fold. Bending the knees, sweeping the arms all the way up to stand. Pressing the hands to heart center. So other side, step into the left foot and then hover that right foot up the leg, drawing that knee out to the side, finding your drishti. Hold in there. And then bringing those arms behind your back, seeing if you can catch the elbows. And we'll hold there. Squeeze the elbows together. Stretch across the shoulders. And then we're going to have a little play around with lifting that knee all the way up towards the sky. Stand up nice and tall. Really growing out through the crown of the head. And you've got it. Transition time. Let's take it back. High lunge. And if you need to shuffle the feet to land a little bit into more of a comfort zone for you, shuffle the feet, that's fine. Hold there. And now scooping those arms all the way underneath the thigh. And we'll hold. Framing the front foot and sweeping that left leg all the way back, three-legged dog. Big stretch back, ready to dive forward, chaturanga. Inhale, roll through up dog, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. You can swag those hips side to side. Let's bend the knees, look forward, jump, step or float to the top. Inhale, lift up half. Exhale as we fold. Okay, let's inhale to stand. Big breath in. Exhale, waterfall back down. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. And ready to take chaturanga. Inhale through and then exhale back. Moving into a warrior one. So let's kick the right leg up high, kick it all the way back into space. Gaze forward and step that foot in between the hands and load that back heel down. Driving through the front knee, raising the arms all the way up. And we'll take a Kali Mudra. Crossing the thumbs and squeezing the index fingers together. Releasing the hands all the way down towards the foot. We'll lift the back heel. Drive the back heel towards the back of the mat this time, and maybe extend out through that front leg and fold. Looking forward, bending the front knee, and then kicking that left leg all the way back into a standing split. Push it back into a downward facing dog. Stretch it out, guys. We can pedal out, twist the hips, reset. Let's vinyasa, bend the knees, look forward, jump, step or float, top of the mat. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, take it all the way back into chaturanga. Inhale, roll through up dog or cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. So we're going to do the other side. Step the right foot into the center of the mat. Kick the left leg back into space. Three-legged dog. Looking forward and stepping that foot through. Dropping the back heel down as we squeeze into the inner thighs. Raise the arms up. Kali Mudra. And then hinging forwards as we frame the foot. We'll lift the back heel, load it down and begin to extend out through that front leg. Hands can be onto bricks or blocks or books if they are handy. And then bending the knee forward, stepping the hands in front of the foot, and then let's kick that back leg up high to the sky. Standing split. And slowly reset. Let's inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then from here, taking it all the way back into a downward facing dog. Wonderful. Begin to drop those knees down towards the earth. Cross the ankles behind you. And if it feels comfortable, send the hips back into a seated stretch. So Sukhasana, crossing the legs over or sitting on a cushion or some bricks, blocks, pillows. Ground the sitting bones. Let's inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, release chin to chest. Inhale, raise the arms. And release chin to chest. And one more time, inhale, raise the arms. And this time, exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me on today's flow. It was a very strong one. Well done for rolling out your mat and meeting me over here for another practice. I shall see you next week for class number